Have you ever had a failed startup? And if so, how did you know when to call it and move on to the next thing? It's like almost all of my startups seem like they failed in one way or another. You have to have a lot of failures before you have a few successes. Yes, I absolutely have. And I feel like, digital telepathy has failed a lot of times, and we've kind of pulled it out of the dirt, dusted it off, and kept going. So I'll tell you the difference between when to keep going and when to quit. And Seth Godin actually wrote a good book on this. I can't remember. It's something about the gap, which is really good, knowing when to quit. With digital telepathy, we've survived 3 recessions, and each time is very difficult to get through it. And we had to just keep asking ourselves, are we doing something that we're happy about? Is this worth continuing to drudge through? And as a result, in most cases, in its current iteration, the answer was no. And so my option was either to quit or evolve it. And I always chose to evolve it. And the reason I always chose to evolve it is because we have an organization where we can actually create many other things. So we have a business that creates businesses. And that's what's allowed me to stay with it. If we had created a social network a long time ago, or we had created a mobile app, we probably would have quit more often. And that leads me to some of the startups that we've created that we decided to quit. So we actually, our startups have always followed our passions. So we're passionate about music. We created a music startup. We did sell it, but not for very much money. And we kind of knew when to quit with that because we were a design company, and in order to have a successful music startup, we needed to be a music company. And instead of going to South by Southwest and Web 2.0 conference and all these other conferences, we had to go to Winter Music Conference. And so when we realized that, that was time to quit. We couldn't do both things. We had a thought leadership startup of kind of a TED-like site where people could engage with great authors and great thought leaders. And we just couldn't stick with it. We couldn't continue to find and continue to dig in and create great content because we're busy designing other people's websites. So we knew it was time to stop as well. And now if you look at what we focus in on, we kind of learned a lesson. So we build products that help, for lack of a better term, productize what we currently do. So HelloBar and Slide Deck and Filament and Impress, that's all things that we do as a business already. And therefore, we can work on these things on a daily basis. We can use them with our clients. We can get feedback from our community and make them better every day.